Okay, let's get started. So the first point is to get what? To get the IS curve. Okay, how to get IS curve? So y is equal to c plus I plus g. And here, because we have x minus m, so we have to have plus x minus m. Okay? So y will be equal to c, okay, 100 plus 0.8. And y little d, okay, y little d, it is y minus ta plus tr. Okay, so y ta minus 0.25y and plus tr. Okay, so plus 250 minus 0.2y. Okay, and then plus I. Okay, here it is I. So sorry, let me erase this. Okay, so you have plus 300 minus 20r. Okay, and plus g 120 and plus x minus m. So it's negative 20 here. So y is equal to, okay, so here you have 100, 300, and then here another 100, right? So it's 500. And plus, okay, so here you have y minus 0.45y, right? So plus 0.8, and so 0.55y plus 250 and minus 20r. Okay, so then let's move on. So y is equal to, so how much is this? 200, right? Okay, 200, so there will be 700 plus and 0.44y minus 20r. So then what you have? You have 0.56y plus 20r is equal to 700. Okay? So be sure to bring a calculator with you, because in the final there will be such questions. So you will need calculator. Do I get it right? Do I get it right? Okay, good. Okay, so this part is done. And then let's get to here. Okay, it is a little bit tricky here, because here is a nominal. Money supply is equal to 700, okay, and price level is equal to 2. And here, it is real money demand. So you have to be very careful, because for money supply is nominal, but for money demand is real. So it's different. You have to make real money supply equal real money demand. So if nominal money, so this is IS, okay, and then LM. So it will be 700 divided by 2 is equal to, okay, y over 3 plus 200 minus 10r. Okay? Okay, so then we can just do it here, right? So y over 3, okay, minus 10r is equal to, so here you have 200, right? And move it to the other side. So here is actually 350. So then 350 minus 200 is 150. Okay? So then what you have? You have y over 3 minus 10r is equal to 150. Okay? And then you have here, right? Okay? 0.56y plus 20r is equal to 200. And let me make it this way. So this will be 0.28 y plus 10r is equal to 350. Okay? Because here is 0.56y, right? Plus 20r is equal to 700. So then what we have here? Okay? Why would I divide this equation by 2? Because here you have minus 10r and then you have plus 10r, right? So if you add this together, it is gone. So you have 0.33 plus 0.28 y is equal to 500. Okay? So, can anyone give me a hand? So, gentlemen, try to find out what is. So, y will be equal to 500 divided by 0.61, right? So, how much is this? Excuse me? No problem. I mean,
18750.
are you sure?
除以23，小数点是815.217。
Really? So, anyway, give me the number.
800，我算是差不多819.67。
This?
可是老师我用得出，只是后面算出来怪怪的。
Really? Anyway, because because of this, right? Okay, so anyway, if you use calculator, you should be able to get a number, okay? And, okay, what about, let us make it A20, huh? Okay? It's easier, right? But, in any case, we just get I will try my best to, get in my test some number that is easy to calculate. But anyway, so let us treat it A20. Okay, and then, so what is C? C is here, right? Okay, C is, equal to 100 plus 0. Okay, it should be here, right? Plus, 0.8 times 0.551 plus 250. Okay? So please help us. If you put A20 in there, how much do you get? So it'll be equal to 300, right? 300 plus 0.441. Okay, if you use A20, then how much is there?
差不多300。
Are you sure? Because this is A20, right? Oh, okay. So because there are two decimal points here.
600左右。
Okay.
658。
Okay. Okay, we don't have exact number because it's difficult to get that. Okay, so C we have find it, right? I and also find it. Okay, what is L? Lin Shengkai, what is L? For C and Y, C and I, if you find interest rate and also you find the income level, you should be able to find these two, right? So how much is L? What is L?
Let me calculate.
Yeah, but what is L? Real money demand, right? So how to calculate it? But the question is, you probably don't need to calculate it. Wang Jianxuan.
350。
Exactly. Why? The reason I say you don't have to calculate it is because in the equilibrium, right? In equilibrium, money demand is equal to money supply, right? So how much is money supply? Here it is 700, but real money supply is 350, right? So you really don't have to calculate it because this money demand will be equal to money supply, right? So we don't have to calculate it. So you just look at it, okay? Real money supply is, nominal money supply is 700, okay? And you divide it by price level 2, right? So we get 350. So real money supply is equal to 350. Real money demand has to be equal to 350. Okay? Okay, then if G is equal to 160, okay, how you gonna get to I? Okay? Okay. So anyway, we need to get to I, right? Oh, okay. Sorry. Because I is equal to 300 minus 20R, so we have to get to R. Okay? So sorry, someone needs to give me a hand. Okay, then we use this one. Okay, we use this one. So we use this one, okay? So what 350 is equal to y over 3, okay, plus 200 minus 10r, right? So 10r is equal to y over 3 plus 150, okay? So it's so big, it's kind of amazing. Anyway, sorry, use A20 here, and so how much is that?
45就是13。
R is equal to 13?
45的话，
Okay, okay. Okay. So thank you. So this is the number we get. So y is equal to, I mean approximately, okay, you have to remember because, you know, it has this one, right? You can never get an integer out of it. So it is A20, okay, that's y, and then r is equal to 13. So let me put down here, y is equal to A20, sorry. And r is equal to 13, okay? Okay, so now G, we have a new government expenditure. It is 160, okay? So I wanna erase this part, okay? Okay, remember, the way to calculate IS curve is to have y is equal to c plus I plus g plus x minus m, right? So because of that, originally, the government expenditure is 120, now it's 160. It means that on the right-hand side, okay, on the right-hand side, you add 40, okay? So now, here it is 740. Okay, any question here? So the new IS curve is now 740. Original one is 700. Why? Because the equation doesn't change, right? It's the same thing. The only difference is that G is equal to 120 and now it is 160. What does that mean? That means on the right hand side, okay, you have add 40. So originally here is 700, right? So now is 740. Okay? And so to draw diagrams, okay, how to draw the diagrams? Okay, so you have Y and R. Of course, you have to have exactly, okay, the equation here to draw a chart. And so what you have, it most likely is like this. And here, okay, it is A20, and then here it is 13, okay? And now, what happened? Because you have increase in government expenditure. So how will the diagram change? Wang Pei Zhen. So in this case, what will be the changes in the diagram? So you have the first one, right? You have ISLN, and now you have the second one, sorry, here, right? So how much is that? Exactly. Good. Okay. Okay, and then you have to calculate again, right? So because you have to find out a new y and also a new r, okay? So then what we're gonna get? We're gonna get, then put in the same thing here, 0.28y plus 10r is equal to 370, okay? And then you have 3 over y minus 10r is equal to 150, okay? So this is a new IS curve, and this is the original LM curve. So then what you have? Again, right, 61y is equal to 520. Sorry, I need your help again. So what's y?
差不多800。
A50, okay, good. So y is equal to A50. So y is equal to A50. It makes sense, right? Because if you increase in government expenditure, IS curve shift to the right, okay? So you're going to increase in income and also increase in interest rate. So please help us again. So then here you have 10r is equal to y over 3 minus 150. So how much is that? I think I...
差不多14了。
Okay, 14 is good. Okay, so now how much is crowding out, right? So I is equal to, 300, right? 300 minus 20r, okay? So it means what? The original I is 300 minus 260, right? And then let me put it I1 and here I2. 300 minus 280. So what does that mean? The investment has been crowded out by 20. Okay, because here it is 40, right? And here it is 20. So it means the crowding out effect is 20. Okay, the crowding out effect is 20. Because of the increase in government expenditure, the investment, okay, decreased by 20. Okay, questions? Okay, the last one. If MS is equal to 1,000, okay? So, any questions so far? I'm going to do the last one. I'm going to do the last one. Questions? Okay, let me erase it. Okay, so you're gonna have, okay, but at this point it's kind of interesting, okay? Because you know there's gonna be new LM curve, right? So the new LM curve would be 1,000 divided by 2, right? Is equal to y over 3 plus 200 minus 10r, okay? So then what you have? You have y over 3, okay, minus 10r is equal to, okay, 300. Okay, so this is the new LM, new LM curve. Originally it's like this, now it's like this. Okay, but now the question is, okay, you have to find the IS curve, right? You're gonna use this one or use the original one? That's the question, right? So, because the question does not specify, so I guess, what would you need to use? You would need to use this one, okay? So then you have 0.28y plus 10r is equal to 370, okay? So the rest of it is just a calculation, okay? If you have a calculator, you should be able to find the answer. Can you help us again? Okay, so 0.61 y is equal to 370, right? So how much is y?
$1092.
1092. And r? So r is, okay, here. 10r is equal to y over 3 minus 300, okay? So I guess it will be 1092 divided by 3 minus 300. So,
差不多6.4。
really? Okay. Does it make sense? Okay. Does it make sense? Because interest rate go up, right? Sorry, money supply goes up. Money supply goes up, LM curve shift to the right. Okay? LM curve shift to the right, interest rate go down, right? LM curve shift to the right, interest rate goes down. So when you do your question, okay, in the final, you got to be very careful. Sometimes you can verify whether your answer makes sense or not. The second part, you have stimulus policy, okay? Increase in government expenditure. Increase in government expenditure, increase in income, okay, and also increase in interest rate. And then you have stimulus monetary policy, increase in money supply. So income goes up, but interest rate goes down, okay? Okay, it's almost time. Let's take a break.